Hey tennis fans, welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got a really fun story. It's all about John Isner, one of the biggest servers in tennis history, opening up about what it was really like facing the big three, Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and Novak Djokovic, for the very first time. And trust me, his answer might surprise you. Let's get into it. So, a quick refresher. John Isner had a fantastic career on the ATP Tour. He won 16 ATP titles, reached a career high of world no. 8. And of course, became famous for that monster serve that even John Isner once called the best ever. And honestly, you can't argue with the numbers. Isner smashed 14,470 aces during his career. That's more than anyone else in tennis history. Absolute serving machine. But as dominant as that serve was, Isner's era was also dominated by the big three: Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic. And when he was asked recently which of those legends made him the most nervous the first time he faced them, here's what he said. Who made you the most nervous the first time you played Federer, Nadal, or Djokovic? It was probably Roger, he said, because I played him right out of college. I finished school in May, and then I played him a few months later at the US Open on Arthur Ashe. Can you imagine? You're fresh out of college, and your first big opponent is Roger Federer, in front of 23,000 fans in New York. Yeah, nerves are understandable. Isner continued, I would say Roger, but I don't know. I wasn't really nervous. You have absolutely nothing to lose when you play these guys. Yes, it's a big occasion. I probably felt more overwhelmed than nervous, playing him in that stadium. In front of that crowd, his friend Sam Querrey, who was on the show with him, jumped in and reminded him, hey, you actually won the first set in a tiebreak, remember? And Isner laughed and said, yeah, of course I did. And then I lost 2-4, and 2 after that. That was fun. Then Querrey asked him about his first time facing Rafael Nadal. Isner thought for a second and said, I think it was at Roland Garros when I took him to 5. It was 2011, I think that was the first time. I could be wrong though. And he was right that 2011 French Open match was a memorable one. Nadal actually needed 5 sets to beat Isner, something almost unheard of for Rafa in Paris. Then they asked Isner if he remembered his first time playing Novak Djokovic, and his reaction was priceless. No, I can't. I played Rafa twice before that match. Here's how Isner's career records stack up against the big three. Federer, 2 wins. 8 losses Nadal, 1 win. 8 losses Djokovic -2 wins. 10 losses, not bad when you consider who he was up against. But it didn't stop there. Jack Sock was also part of the conversation, and he shared his own take on which of the three made him the most nervous. I think I was definitely most overwhelmed by Roger. I played him at Indian Wells. The aura he brings, it's just different. You feel it on court. I was most nervous scoreline-wise against Novak though. I knew if he was on his game, I could get destroyed, which I did 2-2. I was least nervous to play him because I felt like I could hang in there more. We're both heavy topspin players, opposite hands. It just felt more natural. 0-4 versus Federer, 0-6 versus Nadal, 0-1 versus Djokovic. But here's the cool part, Sock actually played Federer's final match ever at the 2022 Laver Cup. He and Francis Tiafoe defeated Federer and Nadal in doubles, marking the end of Roger's legendary career. So, between Isner and Sock, it seems like Roger Federer wins the most overwhelming aura award, while Novak Djokovic gets the Don't Embarrass Me award, and Rafa Nadal, the one they felt they could actually battle with. All in all, it's a fascinating look at how even world-class players feel when facing the greatest trio in tennis history. Alright guys, let's settle this once and for all. Who do you think has the biggest aura, Federer, Nadal, or Djokovic? Drop your pick in the comments. And if you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes tennis chat, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our tennis stories and player interviews. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.